we don't feel seen, valued, heard, or cherished, oftentimes we feel angry. We feel angry at our partner. Sometimes we feel angry at our partners because we've bought into the idea that, and society sort of perpetuates this for us, that a partner should make us feel complete, right? Of course, if we look at this through the lens of human design and relationships, that makes sense, particularly again for our generators, projectors, and reflectors. That's like 56 of us, 56% of us. If you have a non-motorized throat, you need a partner, or you're going to be more likely to be attracted to a partner who's going to bring you energy to the throat. That's just part of the attraction magnetics, if you will, or the attraction dynamics in human design partnerships. If you are buying into the idea that your partner should complete you, and maybe energetically they bring you that energy activation to the throat, and they're still not communicating with you correctly, and you're still not feeling seen or heard or valued or loved because that communication piece isn't working, then it's also not unusual to experience anger, because we start projecting onto our partner, you should know, you should be aware, you're here to complete me, and you're not doing a good job completing me. It's not your partner's job to fulfill you. It's definitely not our partner's job to complete you. We have to be walking. We're all not, none of us are incomplete. Let's just really own that. You're not incomplete, even if you're just a generator or a projector or a reflector. You're totally complete the way you are. You'll need somebody to complete you. But you do need to know how to tap into your energy field correctly. If we don't value ourselves, if we don't have a high sense of self-worth, and we enter into relationships with that value piece not in place, and we project onto our partners that they should complete us, and oftentimes that means that they should also fulfill our sense of value. They should be taking care of us instead of us first learning how to take care of ourselves. It creates a very interesting power gradient in the relationship that creates a projection field and expectation. And that can also be a place where eventually we get anger, which, can oftentimes be a sideline emotion generated from bitterness, frustration, disappointment, or just in general not feeling seen and heard. So one of the things that we do when we look at human design relationships is we have to look at, what are the communication dynamics? What are the dynamics between two charts? And how do we support clients, or how do you learn how to correctly activate your partner's energies? How do you learn to correctly activate your own energy? How do you, in partnership, learn how to get those energy needs met? Because that's really what it boils down to. And how do you do it in such a way that you don't project onto your partner that they should be doing for you what you really should be doing for yourself first, so that you don't slide into the frustration, the anger, the bitterness, the depletion, the disappointment, the unfulfilled expectations, and then ultimately walking away feeling like I wasn't loved, when maybe you were really, really loved, but you just didn't know how to activate that communication piece correctly. That's what we learn to do with the human design chart. We learn to use it as a tool to explore, how do we better be seen? How do we better be heard? How do we better love? How do we better be loved? How do we better see? How do we better hear? How do we better communicate?